Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're taking a hilarious safari through the animal kingdom to meet some creatures who might not be winning any IQ contests anytime soon. Get ready to laugh because we're about to uncover the 10 dumbest animals on Earth, from birds that drown by looking up in the rain to parrots that try to mate with sneakers. Hey, at least they have good taste, right? These animals prove that Mother Nature definitely has a sense of humor. So buckle up, grab your snacks, and get ready for some side-splitting animal antics. This is going to be good. Let's get started. First up, we have the majestic turkey. Now, you might be thinking, turkeys, what's so dumb about them? Well, get this. Turkeys can actually drown themselves by looking up during a rainstorm. You see, these feathered Einsteins forget to close their mouths when they tilt their heads back and, well, let's just say it's not pretty. Imagine being taken out by a little drizzle. You'd think evolution would have figured that one out by now, but hey, that's why we're here, right? I mean, can you imagine if humans did that? Honey, grab the umbrellas, it's raining cats, and next thing you know, we're all swimming with the fishes. But hey, let's give turkeys some credit. They're delicious, especially with a little cranberry sauce. And hey, at least they're not the ones telling bad jokes on late night TV, right? Next up, we have the adorable yet oh so clumsy panda. These guys are like the furry black and white version of that friend who's always falling asleep at parties. Except instead of couches, they fall out of trees. Seriously, pandas are so lazy they've been known to doze off in the most precarious positions imaginable. One minute they're munching on bamboo, the next they're taking a tumble. It's like watching a live-action cartoon. I can just imagine the conversation. Hey Bob, you see that panda sleeping on that branch? Yeah, watch this. Told you. But hey, can you really blame them? Bamboo is surprisingly boring. Maybe they're just dreaming of something a little more exciting, like a giant plate of cookies or a guest spot on The Tonight Show. Coming in at number 3, we have the sloth, the undisputed king of chill. These guys are so slow, they make snails look like Olympic sprinters. I mean, we're talking about an animal that moves so slowly that algae grows on its fur. That's right, algae. They're basically walking, talking terrariums. It's like Mother Nature decided to give them a little green thumb. Or maybe she just ran out of speed settings. Can you imagine being that relaxed? I mean, I get stressed out just thinking about missing a deadline, and these guys are out here moving at the speed of, well, a sloth. Maybe they're onto something, but hey, at least they're eco-friendly, right? They're practically carbon neutral. Plus, they're incredibly cute with those big dopey eyes and that permanent smile. They're like the Bob Ross of the animal kingdom. Chapter 4, Kakapos, Love is Blind, and apparently has feathers. Next up, we have the kakapo, a flightless parrot from New Zealand that's as awkward as it is adorable. Now you might be thinking, a flightless parrot? How does that even work? Well, it doesn't work very well, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. You see, kakapos are notorious for their, shall we say, enthusiastic mating rituals. They'll try to mate with anything, and I mean anything, rocks, shoes, even human heads. Talk about striking out, I can just imagine the scene. Hey baby, are those cargo pants? Because you've got a lot of junk in your trunk. So you wanna nest? But hey, at least they're persistent, right? And hey, who are we to judge? Love is love, even when it involves a bird trying to woo a hiking boot. Chapter 5, Ostriches, hiding in plain sight or trying to. Coming in at number 5, we have the ostrich, the largest bird in the world. These magnificent creatures can grow up to 9 feet tall and weigh as much as 320 pounds. Now, you might be thinking, ostriches, they're huge, how can they be dumb? Well, let's dive a little deeper into their quirky behavior. Have you ever heard the expression, bury your head in the sand? It's often used to describe someone who avoids facing reality. Yeah, that's not just a saying, that's literally what ostriches do when they're scared. They dig a hole and stick their heads right in there. They stick their giant heads in the ground and think, if I can't see them, they can't see me. It's a classic case of out of sight, out of mind. It's like playing hide and seek with a toddler who thinks that if they cover their eyes, they disappear. It's adorable when a child does it, but quite baffling for a bird of this size. Except in this case, the toddler is a giant bird that could probably outrun a car. Ostriches can sprint up to 45 miles per hour. I mean, come on, ostriches. You're taller than most humans. You can't just vanish by sticking your head in the sand. You can't just disappear by sticking your head in the sand. It's a futile attempt at hiding. It's like trying to hide an elephant in a kiddie pool. It's simply not going to work no matter how hard you try. Chapter 6, Koalas, the sleepiest creatures on Earth. Next up, we have the koala, the adorable eucalyptus-loving marsupial that's basically the embodiment of Netflix and chill. These guys are professional sleepers, clocking in a solid 22 hours of shut-eye per day. That's right, 22 hours. They spend more time sleeping than they do eating, moving, or doing, well, anything really. They're like the teenagers of the animal kingdom, except instead of staying up all night playing video games, they're snoozing in eucalyptus trees. I can just imagine their internal monologue. Oh, look, the sun's up. Time to eat some eucalyptus. Okay, I'm full. Time to sleep for 22 hours. But hey, can you really blame them? Eucalyptus leaves are apparently pretty potent stuff. Maybe they're just perpetually high on nature's own brand of chill pills. Chapter 7. Dodos. Too friendly for their own good. Coming in at number 7, we have the dodo, the poster child for extinction. Now, you might be thinking, dodos? Weren't they those clumsy birds that went extinct? Well, yes, they were clumsy, but they were also incredibly friendly. Like, way too friendly. They were so unafraid of humans that they would literally walk right up to them, making them easy targets for hunting and habitat destruction. It's like the old saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. Except in this case, it wasn't curiosity, it was friendliness, and it wasn't a cat, it was a whole species of bird. I can just imagine the scene. Hey, look at that weird, flightless bird. Let's go pet it. Well, that was easy. Chapter 8. Cane toads. The garbage disposals of the animal kingdom. Next up, we have the cane toad, a toxic amphibian with an appetite for, well, everything. These guys will eat anything they can fit in their mouths, from insects to small animals to, wait for it, their own poop. That's right, their own poop. They're like the garbage disposals of the animal kingdom, except instead of grinding up food scraps, they're recycling their own waste. Talk about being eco-conscious. I can just imagine their thought process. I'm hungry, what's that over there? Oh, it's just my poop. Well, waste not, want not. But hey, at least they're not picky eaters, right? And hey, maybe they're onto something with this whole poop eating thing. Maybe it's the secret to a long and healthy life. Chapter 9. Lemmings. Taking the plunge, literally. Coming in at number 9, we have the lemming, a small rodent known for its mass migrations and unfortunately its tendency to jump off cliffs. Now you might be thinking, lemmings jumping off cliffs? That's just a myth, right? Well, it's not entirely a myth. While lemmings don't intentionally commit suicide, they do have a habit of blindly following each other, which can sometimes lead them to, shall we say, less than desirable outcomes. It's like watching a group of tourists follow their tour guide off a cliff because they're too busy taking selfies to notice where they're going. Except in this case, the tour guide is just another lemming, and the selfies are probably just close-ups of grass. I can just imagine the conversation, hey, where are we going? I don't know, but everyone else is going this way. Well, that was a letdown. Despite their unfortunate reputation, lemmings are fascinating creatures. They play a crucial role in their ecosystem, providing food for predators and helping to aerate the soil. So, while their cliff-jumping antics might make for a good story, there's much more to these little rodents than meets the eye. Chapter 10. Komodo dragons, the masters of the slow kill. And finally, we have the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard in the world. These creatures are truly fascinating, not just because of their size, but also because of their unique hunting methods. Now, you might be thinking, Komodo dragons? They're huge and scary? But there's more to them than just their intimidating appearance. How can they be dumb? Well, it's not so much about intelligence as it is about their peculiar behavior. For starters, they're incredibly lazy. They conserve their energy in ways that might seem odd to us, like so lazy that they've been known to wait for their prey to die of infection from their venomous bites instead of, actually killing it themselves. This method is both efficient and gruesome. Talk about a slow and painful death. The prey often succumbs to the venom over several days. It's like ordering takeout and then just sitting on your couch, waiting for the delivery guy to show up. Except in this case, the takeout is a dead animal and the delivery guy is a venomous lizard. Imagine the patience required for this method. The Komodo dragon simply waits, knowing that its meal will eventually be ready. I can just imagine the Komodo dragon's thought process. I'm hungry, but chasing down prey is so much work. Why exert myself when I can just let my venom do the job? I'll just bite this deer and wait for it to die. This strategy might seem lazy, but it's incredibly effective. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a nap. And so, the Komodo dragon waits, conserving energy until it's time to feast. And there you have it, folks. The 10 dumbest animals that prove Mother Nature has a sense of humor. From turkeys drowning in the rain to Komodo dragons waiting for their prey to die of boredom, these animals remind us that you don't have to be a genius to be amazing, or at least entertaining. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you laughed, snorted, or maybe even learned something new about our hilariously clueless animal friends. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more funny animal moments, and we'll see you next time.